talk show, Food Talk, where we talk about everything about anything about food businesses. Today we have a special guest who sent a letter to our studio complaining about one of her co-employees. Let's read the letter first, shall we? My name is Charmaine, 27-year-old working at Startista Restaurant. I sent this letter to your TV program to help me with my problem. My fellow employee Phil has not been contributing equally to complete the normal weekly work at hand. Phil claims he is contributing but that he is swamped with other work and the emotional aftermath of a bitter divorce. Some fellow workers are upset that he has been so lax and feel that they should take their complaints about Phil to the supervisor. You are good friends with Phil and though he is not lazy, but feel that he may be over-dramatizing his problems a bit. I brought up the topic with Phil over coffee last night, but he was defensive and maintained his innocence. He even accused me of not sympathizing with him. Sincerely yours, Charmaine Mendoza. Okay, now that I have read the letter, let us welcome our guest, Charmaine Mendoza.
Good morning.
Okay, let's go straight to the problem. Can you give me some instances where you think he is over-dramatizing his problems?
Well, he always uses that excuse whenever he needs to do work. Like we ask him to manage the counter, but for a bit, since the counter girl has an emergency, he threw a fit saying how he cannot just leave him alone for a while, claiming that we were so sensitive since he just came from a divorce. All we wanted him to do was stay at the counter for a bit. He has been like this for a month, and some of my coworkers suggested that we would just say this to the supervisor, but I would like to disagree. I want to solve this problem without knowing the higher ups.
I see. He is indeed the problem in the story, but I can't say his problems aren't valid since a divorce is an emotionally traumatic experience. Before we move on with the solutions, let us have a short interview with Phil. What do you think about your coworkers?
They're so insensitive. I just can't believe that they have the audacity to tell me what to do. I'm already dealing with so much stuff and they're gonna add something to that, and Charmaine even consulted me about it like leave me alone. Mind your business, or whatever. And also I don't want to try therapy like some people might say. That's a waste of money for me.
Do you know they're complaining?
Do I know they're complaining? Yes, they're so noisy like that's how it's supposed to be. I just came from a divorce. Did they come from a divorce to say stuff like that about me? I don't care. As long as they don't bother me. I'll mind my own business.
Well, I could give you two solutions to your problem. Let's take a look at this. Solution number one is that you could do an open forum kind of talk, like a meeting of some sort with everyone who has complaints about Phil, which will hopefully open his eyes to the reality of the situation he is in. And just like every solution, there will be pros and cons. The pros and cons of this situation is that he will know how everyone feels, which can either make him snap out of his head and make him go back to work. Everyone can say what they want. Phil can reflect on what they said. The problem won't reach the management and Phil will have a second chance. The con is that he may feel pressured by those complaints. He can just throw a fit again. He may feel unmotivated to work. He may misunderstand. He may feel that everyone is invalidating his feelings, and if the situation gets worse, it may reach the management. Solution number two. Solution number two is to try to ease him back to work again. I remembered you said he didn't want to stay at the counter for a bit, but try to read his mood first. If he is in a slightly good mood, try to ask him to do some light tasks. And the pros and cons of this solution is he will eventually warm up to work efficiently again. His co-workers will notice he is working again. He will find joy in working. He can distract himself from the divorce and the problem won't reach the supervisor. And the cons are, he may feel pressured by those light tasks. He might get used to doing light tasks. He might just not work again. If the situation gets worse, the management will notice that he isn't doing work and will fire him. Others would get jealous that he has less contributions to the team but still get paid.
I will definitely try your suggestion. Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you, Charmaine, for approaching us. And that is it for today's episode. Please tune in next week for another episode of Food Talk. Thank you for watching.